Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the afternoon of March 25th, 2020. Well, it's nice and sunny for a change here in Georgia, 60 some degrees out there. Anyway, wanted to do a video on the pandemic, especially as an alien, and saying why this planet we never intervened. And this is a good example why we didn't intervene 45 years from now to save your derrieres. Look what's happening in this pandemic. You got a planetary pandemic that if you don't check, according to history, and if the timeline, you don't change it, it's going to say, and I'll repeat it again, 4.1 billion infecting out of a population of what, 6.5 billion? 2.1 billion of those are dead. 155 million in America. In America, your population is about what, 328 million? And according to the reports that I read in 2064, the virus had a infection rate of 67%. So you're looking at about 220 million got infected and a kill rate of about 14%. So about 31 million people would die, except that President Trump didn't think about the people. He thought about money, which is what he thinks about. He doesn't think about people. To him, business is business, and people are commodities. And he's treating the healthcare system like it's a commodity. That's not the way to do it in a time like this. And it cost him big time, because if he would have just done what should have been done, he would have had at least just 31 million or maybe less, hopefully, dead. But because of what he did, you have 155 million Americans dead. That's over almost 50% of your population dead. Do you get what I mean, Americans? Really? Look at the Italians and the Spanish. The Italians are almost at what? 0.1% already dead. They got 60 million and they're at 6,000. And it's increasing exponentially. So they'll reach 600,000, which is 1%. Can you imagine if they go up to 14% of 60 million? So 10% of that 6 million, then 5% of that is 3. So you're looking at 9 million dead in Italy? This is what I'm saying, Americans. Your system doesn't work. Look at your supposedly Congress. They're having trouble passing what they call a bill to help you. And what are they doing? Slowing it up because of politics. $2.1 trillion. They're thinking of money when you should be thinking of lives. You got to change your system. You're realizing this now. Whether you do it after this, the ones who survive, will you? I doubt it, because you didn't. You disintegrated in 2024. I'm speaking to you through the heart here. When my people came to study your planet in 2030, you weren't around. And most of the world had already been decimated by this. The European had to form a European alliance, which they formed in 2045. And they're the ones that wrote the report that I read in 2064. But they were in no position to do anything. China was in no position to do anything. And Russia was in no position to do anything. Even 45 years later, they were still trying to get back from the damage that this pandemic cost them. So what are you going to do? Repeat this timeline again, and then when I come in 2066, I can only save 300,000 of your people? That's it? Your population rebounded. So you were at 2 point some billion after the 4.1 billion dead. But by the time I got here, you had almost quadruple it to 10 billion. How'd you do that? Boy, you work fast, huh? Anyway, this is your favorite alien Bubba saying, is there any common sense people who like consensus here on this planet? I doubt it. Good day.